is absolutely completely possible to use more than one planner successfully to keep you organized. So in this video, not only am I going to share my main planners and their purpose, but I'm also going to share my secret for making multiple planners work. So keep watching. Hi, it's Kara from the Hooting Pirate, and these are my planners. These are the planners that I use pretty much every day, and at the very least, I use them at least once a week. They are rarely put away on the shelf. They're almost always out on my desk in use. So let's get to it, and I'll show you what each one of these is for. So this one is a Giglio. It's a Mia Cara, and yes, I bought it because it has my name written in it, but that's beside the point. So this is my wallet, but it also has a little planner in here, and all that I have in there is just sort of a double of my schedule, so that when I'm at the doctor's office or somewhere like that and I need to make an appointment, I can just quickly look in here, and it's sort of a double that I can have on the go with me, and I don't have to check. I can't check my calendar on the wall because I do have a calendar for the whole family in my kitchen. This is a Carpe Diem traveler's notebook, and it is my YouTube planner. So what I put in here, if I have, when I'm learning about YouTube, I can brainstorm in here, write down notes, and then also I will put down any ideas or brainstorms for each individual, each individual video that I want to do. Then I have ideas of different videos that I'd like to make in the future. So this is a great help for me when I'm making videos. Next up is also a Carpe Diem, and this is, I use it more of a binder than a planner, but it lets me use this pretty pink planner. And I'm in a membership, and sometimes they'll hand out, handouts, and, well, I guess you print them off, they're not handing them to me, but I have them here so that I know where they are when I need to come and do the work. I know where they are, and can stay organized in that class. I have other ones like this as well, but this is the one that I use more often. The other ones probably get used once a month or even less, but that one is pretty much weekly. Now this one, I track things. I love tracking. Tracking is so fun, and I do have a video on habit tracking, so I will link that. But what I do is every day I come in and each habit is color coded, so I color in whatever I've done that day, and then I go into more detail. This one's kind of bland, but here I go into more detail of what I've done in that month. So I have my YouTube. Here, when those go live, I write them in, and same with the blog posts. In here, I write the workout that I've done that day, books I've read. Oh, I just counted these up before I got on here. I read, or at least finished, 8 books in February. I think that must be like a record for me, because I love to read, but I don't think I've ever read that many in one month. But anyway, I'm really happy about that. And then you can see here there's like numbers, a little square, and I'll put the number, and that is a page number. If you go to 11, this is my rough draft of my blog post. I use a paper planner, so it's not that hard to believe, but if I look at a blank screen, I get kind of, my mind goes blank. But on a piece of paper, I can write, my thoughts come a lot easier. So I do all my rough drafts in pencil, on paper, in here. So that's that. And then, best for last, this is my Outlander planner from Magpie Soul. And I did switch out of my TARDIS, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first, I wanted to take you through this. This is my everyday planner, and I've got a few inserts in here, but the one that I use every day is this one, and it is my planner. This is what keeps me organized. This is what keeps me going. My schedule for me. I have a family schedule on the kitchen wall, but this is just me. And this is the planner. I also have sort of my version of a bullet journal in here as well. And yeah, so this is always out. This is always with me. This is my planner. All right, so now, since we're on with this planner, I'm going to tell you what my secret is for keeping multiple planners, because it can get really tough if you have a bunch of different planners to know which one has your schedule, how to keep organized, because it's really easy to get distracted with a bunch of planners. So the easiest thing to do is to keep your planner, like your day-to-day, what you're doing at a certain time or a certain day, to keep that in one planner. To not have, okay, your work schedule in one, and then you have your doctor's appointment in another. So you're checking, this is just an example, but if you're checking 2 planners to see if you could go out for coffee with someone, you're not going to stay organized. You need to keep what you are doing in one place. That doesn't mean that you can't supplement, like I have sort of a double in here. So you can have a supplement. Maybe you do have a work planner, but anything that you have, appointments or schedules or whatever, should be in one spot. Because that way you can stay organized and you don't get confused of where you need to be at any given time. You don't miss deadlines, you don't miss things if everything is all together. There are lots of different topics or reasons to have other planners besides your daily planner. And the main thing that you need to remember is to make sure that it's something that you are passionate about or excited about. Because if you make a planner just to make a planner, you probably won't have the motivation or the excitement to keep it up. Now, it's completely fine to have another planner just to decorate, and I do have planners like that. But if you want a planner to keep you organized, then it has to be something that you're actually excited to be organized about, or you have to be organized. Like maybe it's your kids' school stuff or something. But if it's just something random, like I don't garden, I don't like to garden, and if I was to set up a gardening planner, for example, I probably would just sort of let it go, and yeah, I wouldn't keep it up at all. All right, so there's lots of different ideas. Lots of different topics. You can search YouTube for different videos with lists of different topics and ideas that you can make a whole planner around. Or if you want, if you have a bunch of planners, you can use them sort of the same idea as a purse. So you've got this cover, for example. I have this cover and I have this cover. So I could switch them out. This is empty. I could switch it out according to my mood or my geekiness of the day. If I prefer Outlander or Doctor Who, for example, and just you could do it that way. Because really, strings is probably easier to switch because you just take an insert out and put it in. But with rings, it really doesn't take that much time to switch from planner to planner. As long as the planner is the same size, you can have doubles, but I wouldn't like jump from one planner to the other in, let's say, the middle of a month. But you totally can go from a personal to an A5 if that floats your boat. But just know that the more you switch, the harder it's going to be. And if that's okay with you, if you don't mind the switch, then go for it. The main thing here is for you to have fun. These planners are designed to get you excited, make you happy, give you some creative outlet, and to just have fun. So as long as you're having fun, as long as it's doesn't feel like an obligation or doesn't feel like you're forced to do it or it's hard, then by all means, just go for it. Have fun with it. So just to wrap up, you can use multiple planners easily if it's fun for you. The secret to making sure that they work is to have your schedule or your daily planner in just one planner. You can switch them out like purses, or you can have different topics, different reasons, different ideas in each different planner. But whatever you do, have fun with it and make sure that you love what you're doing. So have a great day, happy planning, and stay tuned for a bonus. I'm going to take you on a little tour of my planner shelf. So as a bonus, I wanted to show you how I store my planner. So in this big cupboard here are all planners that are not in use at the moment. So there's rings, strings, ring bound, disc bound, everything. And then over here, these are the planners that I'm actually currently using for different purposes. So these ones are for classes that I'm taking. So is this one. This is actually my Christmas planner. It just, it's pretty. And I was using it during Christmas, but it just sort of decided to live here for a while. This, of course, is my Outlander planner for everything. This is my YouTube planner. And then this one I use for decorating for paper house, and that one's my war binder. So there, they all live there. And then also down here, I have my literature, which I use pretty much every day. So I have it in a drawer. It's basically like another work surface. And then my Erin Condren heartband, which I'm trying to use for social media, but I haven't really got it down. So that's my planners. These are the ones I'm using, and this is where they live. So if you made it this far, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below with how many planners you are currently using. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Have a fantastic day and happy planning.